Chill Panic Diaries episode something. It's October 27th, I think. I'm at 40,000 subscribers, and I tried to trim my own beard, and I didn't. So I definitely need to get that done professionally. Right? Am I right, window? So yeah, it's been a while since I've updated this channel. So where I'm at now, okay, I made some boo-boos. I made some hardcore shit and titty boo-boos. That's what I'm gonna call it. Hardcore shitty tit and boo-boos. I lost a bunch of weight with keto and the carnivore stuff I was talking about before. Really nailed in my nutrition. Man, but I had a fall back. When I tell you I slid back, I'm talking down the mountain. Because I was like, all right, I got my weight down, I got my fat down, I'm going to start building muscle, right? I want to get big. I want my daughter's future boyfriends to fear me. So I started lifting weights. I was going to the gym like 6 days a week for a little bit, and then I got really fucking tired, and I was like, okay, I need to slow down a little bit. Wow, I haven't even talked about YouTube yet. The YouTube strategy shit, that's coming later though. But anyways, so I started going to the gym, right? I'm up in there. I'm feeling good. And this is where the problem happened. This is where bipolar type 2 comes into play. Because then I'm like, I'm feeling amazing. I'm that motherfucker. And I need to have my protein. So I was like, I'm going to continually keep getting my protein, right? I spent a lot of money on protein, which is why I'm fucking broke and behind right now, because I spent so much fucking money on protein. I was watching Renaissance Periodization, or whatever the fuck his name is, Dr. Mike, and he's like, get a gram of protein per kilogram of body weight, whatever. And I'm like, okay. Or no, it was something like that. Anyways, I was like, all right, I need 160 grams of protein. Let's go. I leave the gym. I feel amazing. I feel good about myself. I'm like, you know what? I will get a Chipotle bowl. Next day, I will get a Chipotle bowl. Hey, fuck it. I'm going to get a Chipotle bowl. Because I'm that motherfucker. I can figure out how to make that money back quick. Just like that. No, that was wrong. That was so wrong. I spent so much fucking money at Chipotle and on protein shakes. And I was like, I need to eat in a caloric surplus. You know what that led to? Me being like, well, because I got so used to eating in a deficit. With keto, it's so fucking easy to eat in a caloric deficit because you're just never hungry. And I feel like I might have been eating in a deficit to a fault, actually, and not getting all of my nutrition in. But anyways, so then I start eating like a motherfucker. I get hooked on sugar again. And when I say hooked, fucking hooked. I like at one point I was having a milkshake like every other day. You know what that means? That's like 3 to 4 milkshakes a fucking week. And at first it was fine, because that actually did put me in a caloric surplus from a caloric deficit. That's like an extra 1,000 to 1,200 calories. But anyway, I mean, the high glycemic index and just all the studies on what fucking refined carbohydrates and sugar can do to your brain. And it's bad. Don't do that. I don't think, personally. But hey, I ain't big, so who am I to say? But anyways, so I started spending way too much money on protein. Now I'm fucking broke. Can't even afford my gym membership, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. Which is why, and that was, okay, and this thing with me getting on my weight was like right after I took a hiatus from YouTube to kind of figure out my shit and read some spiritual texts and just try to be for a little bit, because I was burnt out and I lost all direction. So anyways, one thing that has continuously worked, there seems to be a market for people who want to learn about these AI music generators like Suno. So I finally decided okay, I'm gonna focus on Suno, especially after they came out with Studio, because I was like, oh my god, this is revolutionary. This is like a DAW for AI music, and it's not CPU intensive, and it's all online. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. This is how new generations of people are gonna make music, at least the songwriters who just need instrumentals. So I'm like, I need to focus on this, and I can help them get their songs out. And I saw a product called 500 Suno prompts that gives you like a very beginner, easy to understand formula for people who are really new to prompting and everything. And as soon as I put that up, like the next day, I got like 5 or 6 sales or something. I made like $80 in a day or two off of a video with like 400 to 500 views. So yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So now I'm focusing hardcore on that side. I'm gonna start making videos about like how to make a Christmas song with Suno AI, how to do this type of style. And oddly enough, my demographic, like the age group that's watching this shit, is my last video, it was like 30 to 60. Or my complete beginner's guide, it was like mainly 30 to 45, with some in the 50 to 60 range. But this last video where I'm just talking about prompting is like 50 to 64. And that's like the only demo watching that, which is kind of crazy, but it gives me hope, because people in the older demographic probably have more money, which is great. I can teach you some stuff, and then you can pay me money. So now what I'm focusing on YouTube is I'm going all in on Suno. I'm just gonna try that out for like a year, and that's just gonna be what I do, and I'm gonna see what happens. And then whenever Suno comes out with new shit, I can talk. God, I gotta get my beard trimmed by a professional. Look at that. That's what happens when you have children. They do shit like that. But they also give you a greater purpose in life and make you feel like you can overcome anything. And the love you will feel for your child is like no other. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, that's completely off topic. That's where I'm at. I got 40K subscribers. Woohoo, go me. Still not making a living off of it. Not focusing on shorts. Fuck shorts. I don't give a fuck about shorts. I'm focusing on teaching people how to make songs inside of Suno, and trying to make it as beginner friendly as possible, and give these people as many resources as possible. And I mean this is not just me like, oh, I'm gonna give you as much resources as possible, pay me. No, it's more like, hey, I'm gonna give you as much resources as possible, and, just pay me. What's wrong with that? That's how businesses work. Why do I have an aversion to that type of thinking? Because I'm an artist. I don't feel like a businessman. I feel inside like I'm an artist. But I'm a single father. I gotta bring the bread to the house. I gotta make the money, bring it home. So that's what I'm focusing on. A small dedicated following to people that I make Suno AI easy for. Beginners who need the help, who maybe have written songs and they haven't been able to get it out because they never learned how to produce, and they spent most of their life with jobs or something instead of pursuing that. And then I'm like, hey, bro, I've been producing, writing songs, engineering songs for 10 years. I'm not like the fucking best in the world, but damn am I close. I've been doing that a lot for a lot of different genres. So I know that I have a skill set. I can help translate some of these musical production terms into things that a novice can understand. And I think there's a gap in that marketplace. And yeah, it's a little boring. But the world runs off of boring businesses. People get rich off of boring businesses. So I'm trying to make a boring business that I feel like I actually am specifically qualified to help with. And grab this new market because it's new. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at. I need some rice.